Hey everyone, this is Virgo Panda here. Thought I'd get the video out of me when I visited Anacortes, Washington. This is 2023. This would be the summer of 2023. And I have videos of me hiking in different places to give some people ideas of that. As we drove into this town is really cool. Anacortes is like in the northwest corner or in northwest of Washington. It's on Fidalgo Island. It's situated conveniently halfway between Seattle and Vancouver, British Columbia. One of the cool things about it also is you can catch the ferry. It's a destination point to get to the San Juan Islands and international ferry runs, so like British Columbia, I believe, and stuff like that. The island is known for its historic waterfront, 50 miles of hiking trails, and a mix of annual events. This is truly a getaway type of town. It is summertime. I can't speak on the winter, but I can speak on the summer. It is a gorgeous little cute town. A lot of the restaurants have farm to table menus. We went to a restaurant here, give you some ideas, possibly one of the restaurants to go. The time we went, stuff was closed. I can't remember what day we got there. We might have got there on a Sunday. I'll show you. You'll see in the video what hotel we stayed at, and it was a nice little hotel, and it was a good fair price also in regards to that. You can see Deception Pass. You'll see in my other videos, go check them out, different ideas on free hiking. A lot of stuff you can do in Anacortes is free. Lots of hiking. The city itself really does fund and really maintain its hiking trails that are city ran. I think it's the ACCF, Anacortes Community Forest Lands is what it stands for. And they have lots of quality hiking trails here. But you get to the end of a lot of them, it's just a beautiful view. Or you get to them and you basically pull up in a parking lot and you're like, oh wow, this is beautiful. Like walking around a beautiful lake, stuff like that. Apparently the winters are mild here, and so people still come here, and people who live there, it's perfect for hiking and things like that. I want to say the city's population is probably around 2,300 or so people. As far as diversity goes, people had asked me that question. Well, what about diversity? It's in the northwest corner. It's a little bitty town and takes some time getting to from Seattle. Honestly, going here, there was all types of people here. I don't know. I'm guessing some Canadians too and everything, and not just people visiting. People of all uh, cultural backgrounds. To be honest with you, look, were there working there, stuff like that. So it was pretty diverse. And to be honest with you, I'll say this in my videos with Washington State. Maybe different parts of Eastern Washington, possibly. I don't know. But I can tell you about Western Washington, Northwest Washington, all that. Everywhere I went, I saw a representation of quite a few different people. So yeah, it's diverse. Don't worry about that. It was nice. And also, I will tell people also in some areas, if you're a person of color, it's not always about what you may think is, oh, they don't like me because of this reason. No, sometimes it's just small town views on things, especially places that do not get a lot of visitors and are like vacationers and get a lot of that vacation revenue. So it's going to be different. It's basically a small town. Anyone that grows up in a small town will tell you the same thing. A lot of times, it's just they don't know who you are, and you're not like family or anything like that. So keep that in mind also. Anna Cortez obviously gets lots of vacation dollars. Obviously, had a diverse group of people. I was in a coffee shop, watched a young lady. She looked like she was working remotely in the coffee shop. It was a cute little coffee shop. You'll see it in here. It's a coffee shop slash bookstore. I think it was called Pelican Bookstores, I believe it was. You want to catch a ferry, you can. The main reason we came here was we stayed 1 day and 1 night, but we had the whole day to spend there. And then the next day, me and my son ran around because the reason we came here, my wife had a reservation to go whale watching, kayaking. And so she was going to be gone all day until about 4 p.m. So we basically got there real early on. I can't remember whatever day it was. So we had all day, me, her, and my son, to go around and check out the town. And then the next day, she went out whale watching in the morning. I dropped her off, and me and my son, we hopped on the e-bike and the scooter, and we flew around town, went to museums. They were super cheap. I like this town. This is like a town, if it was just a little bit closer to Seattle, like say an hour or so, 45 minutes or so, just far enough away from the problems that come with Seattle, but just close enough that you can enjoy all the cool stuff about Seattle too. Um, but it was just a little too far from you. But beyond that, it was a cute town, super safe, beautiful. Sits on the ocean. I don't know if I said that yet, but if you look it up, it sits on the ocean. If you've never been to the San Juan Islands, they're awesome. We almost went this time. I have not been there in 20 years, but I guarantee you it's still beautiful. It's still cool. And when me and my spouse went, we were probably in our late 20s or so, and we had a blast as more like newlyweds, basically. And we had a great time in the San Juans, rode mopeds around. Back then, it was mopeds around the actual one of the islands that we were on. Anyway, I highly recommend you go check out this town. Also, super cute houses. I really like this little town, and it's a town with amenities. So they had like two, three, pretty big grocery stores. They had like looked like a local one, and then they had like a city market or whatever, as we call them out here, King Supers in Colorado, but similar to that, and another one. One thing about these small towns, one thing I'd probably do, you always put money into the economy, but probably for big grocery runs, depending on how much stuff costs, I'd probably, one of the times when I would be, if I lived out there, I'd go into the city and do a big old grocery run on certain things I know are more expensive to get to Anacortes. You are so close to Canada here, everyone, that you will pick up the Canadian radio channels here too. That was very interesting to actually listen to that, and it was actually really cool too. Um, Also, the downtown, they have a historic downtown that was really cute. Like I said, tons of places to eat. Be mindful of your budgets because you can go over it, but super cute to walk around and all that stuff. And it's not super huge, so you can walk around pretty fast. We flew around it on our bikes and stuff. They had bike lanes. Not all of the city has bike lanes, but downtown there was bike lanes. We got there one of the days we stopped there while we were there. It was packed. Not packed, but you couldn't find parking downtown. No big deal. We just turned right off the main street and parked on a side street and literally walked one block over, and it was cool. It was good to go. They have a year-round music scene. While I was there, when I put up a video of me riding around, I think I was on the e-scooter. I might have been on my e-scooter. It could have been the e-bike too. I can't remember. Anyway, I put that video out. There'll be a short clip in there of me just accidentally not riding into, but finding having a live concert right there on the waterfront on the marina. And the marina itself is beautiful. Um, so would I recommend visiting here? Yes, I would. Would I come back? Yes, I would. And the reason I would come back, this is an amazing area. I mean, man, there's so much to do here. So, like I said, you can catch the ferry to San Juan. You can drive a little bit down south to, I believe it's Coopville. Catch the ferry, and put your car on it too. By the way, we took the ferry and hopped on the with our car, and we took it to Port Angeles. So yeah, it's a pretty cool area. For me personally, though, as far as living here full time, I could. Now, if you gave me a house in Anacortes, and I could spend my summers, or whatever here, heck yeah, I spend a lot of it here. It's a great place. It's relaxing. It's nice. Um, ride my bike. I can do hiking. I can explore the region all around it. I can hop on ferries and take them all the way over to all the way over, ain't that far, but over to Canada. It's a great area. We found so much to do here. Everyone was nice. And when I say everyone was nice, what I mean by that is it's not necessarily everyone was like going out of their way to be super nice to you. It's honestly people leave you alone. That's great. I like that. People smile at you and all that good stuff, but also they leave you alone. I'm all right with that. I like that more than I like anything. It's when people leave me alone and they do their thing and I do my thing. And, if we end up getting a conversation, we're good to go. If we don't, cool. But it's right on the ocean. The marina's really cool. And like I said, they do live concerts, and they promote it on their website and stuff, and it's really true. I ran into one of their concerts. There was tons of people here. I'm guessing this is a really great place to raise a family too. To be honest with you, I would say it's a good place really to raise your family. A place where your kids can ride their bikes. We saw in a lot of those stores, like food stores, in like food, like grocery stores, but also like more fast food or um, places, restaurants and stuff like that. Teenagers, everyone. I saw teenagers doing jobs that teenagers have done for years, called fast food and stuff that and like that. And it took me back to when I was a youth, which was cool to see them. I'm so glad these kids out here making money for, a car or college and stuff like that. So many times in cities, it's hard for them to get those jobs anymore because there's a lot of adults, some my age, working those jobs, to be honest with you. But here it was just like a lot of small towns, kids doing those type of jobs. They're mostly like temporary jobs. They're doing it for the summer. They're doing it, paying their way through school or getting a car or whatever they're doing, trying to just figure out life. Anyway, tons of them. The neighborhoods around here are gorgeous, super cute. I would take a house here. I say I couldn't live here. I wouldn't. Would be my main priority to live here or main place I want to live? No, but then I think it's really cool too, though. It's really nice. Winters would be different, but I hear winters are mild too, so they're not that bad. Oh, and how hot was it? Ah, high 70s. That's what I'd say, around the high 70s, because it's right off the ocean and stuff. So it wasn't too bad. It was super sunny the 2 days, two days we were here. Um, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to give everyone an idea of what it looks like in Anacortes, and I also want to give a shout out and recommend Anacortes for people. Go check it out. Spend a few dollars. Go hang out in this area and take some time to just relax and chill out, do some hiking, eat some food, maybe take in some of the local activities. Also check out the farmers market. That was super cool to see too. Um, yeah, we really enjoyed our time here. It was really great. I like this about as much as I liked Port Angeles, and I like Port Angeles a lot too. Homeless population. People always ask me about that. I saw like two or three people, and honestly, to be honest with you, the two or three I saw, they may have been homeless, but I don't think they were homeless. I think they were just mental health, more than likely mental health, maybe a little homelessness, and they look like locals. I'm not saying that locals look like homeless people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you know anything about small towns or you grew up in a small town, you always had one or two people that were homeless. Everyone knew who they were. You know what, the police knew who they were, and they were totally harmless. They weren't doing anything wrong. They were just living their lives. But I'm guessing those were local homeless people, and they weren't doing anything. And I'd say probably more on the mental health, more than anything. I would guess more than probably actual addiction or something like that. So, anyway, this is Frugal Panda. I just want to give everyone an idea that's never thought of Anacortes and never heard of, or someone who's planning a trip to Washington State, or you're not planning a trip to Washington State, but maybe this helps you think about maybe I should go check out this state. Washington State is an amazing state. I'll get someone in the comments to say, yeah, it's great except for Seattle and Tacoma and all this. Don't pay them. I don't pay them people any mind. Those are miserable people. They're just talking to talk. Seattle is a great place too. Would I live there? I've already said no. I don't. The politics and way too many homeless people in certain areas. But then you have Alki Beach, you have Ballard, you have oh gosh, I can't think of the name of the old Irish community down there, Fremont, and a variety of cool neighborhoods west Seattle. You know all that are amazing. You got the downtown Seattle waterfront. Tacoma's cool too, up and coming and stuff. It's got its areas, but hey, what doesn't? You know, that's just how it is. But Seattle's amazing. Washington State's amazing. Eastern side, I've went through it. I like some parts of it, and some parts of it, honestly, just aren't very nice. They're not junky. They're not anything. They just don't have the weather. A lot of them, and that's just to be brutally honest. I hate to be like that, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to do there. It's the same thing. People will, make fun of Idaho or say bad things about Idaho. There's some amazing places in Idaho, and then there's some places in Idaho that are not so amazing. There's just no water, there's no moisture, so it's dry and brown in certain areas. But there are still some amazing places in Idaho, especially along the Snake River. So every state has great things about it. The western half of Washington State, though, is amazing. I will say that. Especially when you start coming out of wine country. Wine country is cool, but once you start coming in out of the wine country into actual western Seattle, and you start seeing like the rainforest, the whole rainforest, Mount Rainier, and all these areas, you'll be amazed. You're like, wow, this place is awesome. So anyway, I recommend go check out Washington State. Go check it out. Check out Spokane. Check out Seattle. Check out Alki. Check out Fremont, Ballard, Tacoma, Olympia. A lot of the places I've been to, every place I go, I can find something good. I don't pay attention to the people that are more negative about everywhere. What do they know? Most of them don't go anywhere. Let's not be that person. Everyone, thanks so much for watching. I want to wish everyone a good day. I hope you get out there and find some adventures of your own and have some great fun and seeking out new things, new foods, and just new things to do in your life and more stuff to put in your chapters of your life experiences and stories that you have to hold on to. Thanks again. Frugal Panda out.